says. It's okay. What he says is the right thing. Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's better. Bopha, ActionSA Bopha. Our program is starting now. I know we are in a public place, but I'm hoping that us as actioners are going to do the right thing. Action, marking, Gauteng. Gauteng, Linaleko, di Gauteng. Linaleko, di Gauteng. I get really want to Western Cape who never rock. You guys have showed up and showed out. Hala, Gauteng, hala. So you must remember that as Gauteng, you are the showstoppers. You are the last province to be launched, to have your premier candidate. You went along to our papa in the media, what a papa. What a papa and leg. Maravar two-seater, because today they must find out. They must know what is happening. You can't stop the green machine. They can try as much as they like. The energy of the green machine, colleagues, is infectious. I look for a way to go Murafuko. Sondela Pambi. You shall feel it as you arrive, Pambi. My name is Gauteng Ngobeni. Welcome, Gauteng! You know, it's so exciting, Gauteng. You guys, our president lives in Gauteng. So we have to show Gauteng flames. When next year comes, no, it's not even next year, it's this year. On the 29th of May. On the 29th of May, you're going to show them? Show them? You're going to show them? Now we are here to announce, colleagues, the premier candidate for this glorious province of Gauteng. Where things happen, lies into the corner. Where the flames are flaming, where the money must be money in. Well, it's not money in yet, it shall money very soon. I want to introduce the people who are sitting here with me. I think, you know, on the other end, you know, who was at the policy conference? I told you guys, women are not powerful, women are dangerous. Women are dangerous. Look at the number of women that is here. And the first person I'm introducing is a woman. She's our provincial secretary, Evelyn. You know, I was going to also introduce, you know, Mufera Matasa, you know, she never sits down. She's the regional campaigns manager here. Regional chair, I was Emma. And then next to us, Evelyn, I mean, no introductions needed. Your national, Mr. Michael Beaumont. And then, don't take too long. I get late for a miracle. How about the peanut eating out? Over the fellow miracle. Oh, Yaruna, oh, Yaruna, oh, Yaruna, oh, Yaruna, oh, Yaruna, Oh, pele thata ke Mashaba. Wa pele thata ke Mashaba. Ha re tshele morao, you know. As you listen to what they say, so what they don't know is they are going to be surprised. They are going to be so surprised. And you know, lastly, before the president comes over, as we were traveling, I see the black, green and gold. I see the black, green and gold bar poster. Where is ActionSA? Is ActionSA still alive? Or is it just living on social media? I hope the media is here to demonstrate that ActionSA is alive. And you know, Amazulu ati, inja, I concord motemili. And so because Tina Siahamba, that is why I was concord. We are happy about that. The disgraced former presidential spokesperson took her time to post about us on her social media. And then Lena we are the same thing. And you know we are saying it means that they are noticing us. It means that Mashaba have a heavy, not the Mashaba. Skaba heavy, not the Mashaba. Please come bring one our president of the Herman Mashaba. Allah, Mashaba,
Dumelang Gauteng. Goeiemorgen South Africa. Good morning, beautiful, beloved fellow South Africans. What a wonderful day to be here this morning. Members of the media, fellow ActionSA's, and most importantly, you, my fellow South Africans, across the breadth and length of our country. Today, fellow South Africans, are great to hear from Newtown Junction Piazza in the Johannesburg inner city to announce the man who will become the next premier of the province of Gauteng. We are not here to play any games. Today, we are politicking because we know in 3 months' time, this man will enter the Premier's office of this province of Gauteng. After 30 years of ANC failed rule, 3 months this man will implement practical plans to fix the economic hub of our country. He will finally give our people a better life. The time of political stunts as Amapanyaza, Nasi Spani, and hundreds of abandoned public projects is coming to an end. In this place, ActionSA will bring a fresh breath across the province to fix our water infrastructure, restore the rule of law, insource especially with criminals and create jobs for our people. Panyaza Lesufi, Premier Panyaza Lesufi, you must go and pack your bags. Panyaza must not seek to remove himself from the failures of his ruling party. He was there in the provincial cabinet when COVID-19 PEP corruption took place. He was education MEC when 431 million rand paying schools with desensitizers. He is complicit, as the rest of the ruling party, by allowing our buildings to be hijacked and our school constructions to be left incomplete. We know Mr. Lesufi is desperate, spending billions on advertising when he fails to deliver basic services to the residents. We know he's a disillusioned man, even proposing to buy 18 private hospitals when his own public hospitals aren't working. But Mr. Lesufi, our message is clear. Get ready, because action is here. Fellow South Africans, When ActionSA was launched on the 29th of August 2020, we launched with a mission to remove the ruling party from government of fixing our beloved country, South Africa. Born out of the consultation with 2.4 million people through the People's Dialogue, ActionSA was mandated to provide a fresh alternative to the failed political establishment. And we contested in 2021 municipal elections. We managed to achieve our goals. We broke the back of the ruling party in every municipality we contested. Municipalities again. In all three municipalities we contested in Gauteng, we forced the ANC below 40% for the first time, often forcing them into opposition benches. In Ekurhuleni, where ActionSA won 15 council seats, we managed to take the ANC from 48.6% in 2016 to just under 38.2% in 2021. In Tshwane, the capital of our country, we took the ANC from 41.48% in 2016 to 31.77% in 2021, winning 19 seats. Here in the city of Johannesburg, the ANC dropped from 44.92% in 2016 to 33.22% in 2021. Today, ActionSA is the third biggest political party in the city of Johannesburg Council, We are the third biggest party, ahead of the Red Berets with 44 councillors. This shows that while people may be able to fill stadiums, what matters at the end of the day is the votes at the ballot box. And we apologize to residents in municipalities we did not end up contesting. At the time, we had to prioritize resources to ensure we could take the ruling party head on. But now, we are ready to give all the residents of Gauteng the opportunity to take action at the ballot box. We have structures in all 9 provinces and municipalities in this province. We are growing by the day. Because, you know why? Because only action can fix South Africa. This year, fellow South Africans, we are building on the momentum we achieved in 2021 to achieve our goal. Starting here in Gauteng this year, we are permanently removing the ruling party from power and kicking them into the history's dustbins where they belong. This year, we're taking action to fix Gauteng so that we can fix South Africa. Because, you know why? Because only action can fix South Africa. Fellow South Africans, this year, ActionSA will use Gauteng to usher in change that will spill all over the country, South Africa. We will lead the Gauteng government and show the people of South Africa what is possible when we remove the ruling party from government. Yes. Despite only representing 1.5% of South Africa's land, Gauteng is home to 26% of the country. If Gauteng as a country, its economy is the 7th largest in Africa. Therefore, what happens in Gauteng is consequential to in the entire South Africa. If we can take action in Gauteng to remove the ruling party, it is possible for us to take action to remove the ruling party nationally. Because only action takes South Africa. In 2021, action wide, despite only contesting 6 of the 278 municipalities. The ANC on Gauteng with just over 50. And listen to this. In 2021, it managed to scrape together only 36%. Gauteng, get ready for action. Anyone who underestimates us, underestimates 19. It's been a conveyor belt of leadership as the political establishment reaches every compromise to desperately cling to power. But a third way is possible. It is possible to give ActionSA the majority to lead the Gauteng government. ActionSA remains the only political party to state publicly we won't work with the ruling party ANC. ActionSA, we don't believe we can work with the thieves who broke South Africa in the first place. ActionSA will never sell out to Gauteng residents. We will do whatever it takes to protect and work for the best interest of our people. And if voters give us the mandate, they will see the most progressive government this province has ever seen and experienced. Imagine restoring the rule of law. Imagine reclaiming hijacked buildings. Imagine fighting drug dealers, not users, and creating millions of new jobs. Fellow South Africans, today we are standing here in Newtown in the inner city of Johannesburg, which at one stage represented the lifeblood of South African arts and entertainment industries. However, because of the failures of the ruling party over the past 30 years, buildings which used to be house-grade art and artists have become dilapidated and abandoned. The area itself has become deteriorated as the rule of law was allowed to break down in this city. As the executive mayor of the city of Johannesburg from 2016 to 2019, I intended to turn around the decay by reclaiming hijacked buildings and deploying additional Johannesburg Metropolis Department officials. But despite repeated attempts to get the provincial government to support the work we were doing, Lesotho and his peers turned their backs against us. Instead of helping the people of Johannesburg to live better lives, the ruling party chose politics over the needs of our people. ActionSA is committed to changing this. Fellow South Africans, I've never believed in making promises I cannot keep. I don't just want to share empty words with you. We are not a party of words. We are a party of action with a plan to fix South Africa. At our inaugural conference in September last year, where over 600 delegates from across the country voted on ActionSA's policies, we became the first party that would classify the vandalizing and stealing of public infrastructure as an economic sabotage crime. A vote for ActionSA in Gauteng would therefore be a vote to restore the rule of law in this province of Gauteng. Unlike Lesotho, we will not embark on public relations gimmicks, but do the work of training security personnel to protect our most vulnerable communities and our infrastructure. And ActionSA government would end lawlessness by reintroducing specialized policing units and ensuring that life in prison means life in prison. Prisoners will no longer benefit from being in jail, but will work to repay their debt to society. Murderers and rapists and drug dealers will no longer be allowed to walk freely in our streets. And we won't protect our leaders if they choose to hide pala dollars under mattresses. Under ActionSA, Ramaphosa would have a case to answer in a court of law, because crime cannot be allowed in this country where people keep dollars under mattresses. We will deal harshly with drug dealers while helping to rehabilitate drug users who have fallen victim to this horrific disease. As I did as a mayor of the city of Johannesburg, we will deal with this disease, which has destroyed our communities head-on, by opening drug rehabilitation centers to give users the support they deserve from all of us as public officials. And we will secure our borders, ensuring that everyone who's in South Africa has the right to be here in our country. While tenderpreneurs drive around in fancy BMWs, how have the poorest benefited from being here? Instead, ActionSA would implement inclusive economic empowerment, which would create the Opportunity Fund, which all corporate South Africa would be compelled to contribute to. This Opportunity Fund will benefit all previously disadvantaged by giving funding for entrepreneurs, giving bursaries and building key infrastructure such as schools in communities long forgotten. ActionSA wants to grow the economy and create millions of new jobs for our people by freeing labor legislation, investing in public infrastructure and removing bureaucratic hurdles, but we are unashamed about our belief in achieving our social justice. We do not believe we can simply grow the economy without undoing the harmful legacy of the ruling party and the apartheid government. That is why we will expand social grant funding. But an ActionSA government success should be judged on how many jobs we create for South Africans, and therefore take them off social grants dependence. As ActionSA, don't believe anyone can survive on 350 rands a month, and therefore needs the freedom of the job offers. A vote for ActionSA in Gauteng would be a vote in favor of insourcing frontline municipal government workers such as security guards and cleaners, as I did as a mayor of the city of Johannesburg. This will be done throughout the country, from the president office to the lowest municipality in the country. No security guard and the cleaners will work for tenderpreneurs. Then we would implement land reform by protecting private property rights and transferring abandoned and unutilized state-owned land to developers and communities who can develop well-located housing and businesses to create jobs and farming opportunities. Fellow South Africans, as I've mentioned before, this year an ActionSA-led government in Gauteng is possible. What I'm saying we implement is not a hypothetical exercise, but stands as a real chance of becoming a reality. That is why it is important that we present to the people of Gauteng the best possible candidate to lead the march to fix this province. This candidate I'm about to announce was my right-hand man as the mayor of the city of Johannesburg. He worked closely with me to deliver on my change mandate in the city of Johannesburg. Over the years, I have considered him more than a colleague, but a friend. With his help, we managed to insource over 6,000 frontline security and cleaning personnel in the city of Johannesburg. With his help, We managed to reclaim hundreds of high-tech buildings and restore the rule of law in our city. From day one, he has been my preferred candidate to be ActionSA Premier Candidate in this province of Gauteng, unlike what some media reports actually over-suggested. Fellow South Africans, it gives me distinct honor to announce Mr. Funzi Ngobeni as ActionSA Premier Candidate. ActionSA's, before I continue with my closing remarks, please allow me to extend, on behalf of all of you, on behalf of South Africa, to extend our deepest gratitude to Mrs. Ngobeni for allowing Funzi to do this work. Thank you so much, Mrs. Ngobeni, for making your husband as a servant of the people of Gauteng and eventually the entire South Africa. Thank you so much. Fellow South Africans, Funzi Ngobeni is someone who is able to hit the ground running with a track record as development planning MMC, finance MMC and transport MMC in the city of Johannesburg. There is no better person I can think of leading our change in Gauteng. He has proven himself able and ethical and therefore represent the qualities ActionSA looks for in a leader. Ngobeni spent his early childhood being raised alongside 9 siblings by his grandmother and father in Muzinville, where he slept on the floor alongside his cousins and nieces. Having worked in the private sector for many years, and after completing his university diploma, he entered active politics after seeing what the ruling party did to President Thabo Mbeki in 2006. After having served on my mayoral committee in the city of Johannesburg, Ngobeni became the third employee of the People's Dialogue soon after we launched it in 2019. In the People's Dialogue and then ActionSA, he helped carry us to success as the National Director of Operations. He has always shown himself incredible, able to activate ground operations. As our Gauteng Provincial Chairperson, he carried forth his focus on ground operations, ensuring that ActionSA is active in all 9 regions of this province. Without doubt, I know that is what the residents of Gauteng need to turn around the decay of 30 years of the ruling party's misrule. His entire life story speaks to a man of character who is committed to improving the lives of all South Africans. As Premier, he will bring action to communities long forgotten in Gauteng. There are a few I know who will be as active on the ground to show residents the difference between action and inaction in our country. Because only action will fix South Africa. Fellow South Africans, as mentioned before, this year we have the real opportunity to change the course of Gauteng and indeed South Africa. We are able to restore the rule of law, secure our borders, and create millions of new jobs to improve the lives of our people. But to achieve that goal, it will require all of us to take action this year. Because
only action will fix South Africa.
We cannot do the same thing and expect different results. To achieve change, it will require us to be brave enough to try something new this year. It will require us to take action to vote a political alternative which has proven to win diverse support and unite South Africans to a common mission. For us to remove the ruling party this year, we need Gauteng to take action alongside other patriotic South Africans countrywide and vote to fix this country. We have shown what we are able to do when we take government, but we can only implement the plans we have if we are given a chance and a mandate by you, the voters. For us to implement our plans, it will require all of us to take action and spread our message to as many voters in the next coming weeks, months, and exactly in 90 days' time. It will require all of us. And it will require us to get as many people to vote for action this year. Because
only action will fix South Africa.
Fellow South Africans, I invite you to take action with me this year to build the ideal South Africa we all dreamt of in 1994. Because Mr. Ngobeni, Mr. Funzi Ngobeni, I now officially declare you as ActionSA Gauteng Premier Candidate. I officially declare you as ActionSA Gauteng Premier Candidate for the upcoming elections on the 29th of May 2024, exactly 90 days from today. Mr. Funzi Ngobeni, the floor is now yours to address South Africa. I thank you. Viva ActionSA, viva! Viva! Viva ActionSA, viva! Amanda! Amanda! Viva! Viva the incoming President of South Africa, Herman Mashaba, viva! Viva the incoming President of South Africa, Herman Mashaba, viva! Viva! Thank you very much, President. Thank you so much. ActionSA's. I want to start off by expressing my sincere gratitude for the confidence and subsequently the Senate of ActionSA have bestowed upon me. I accept this nomination with a clear understanding of the amount of work that lies before us. Leading ActionSA into its first Gauteng provincial election is an honor and a challenge that I intend to equate with distinction. President, as you have correctly pointed out, the reality is that our province has over the years drifted from its historic roots of a bustling economic activity, a province characterized by a melting pot of culture and a place where people come to pursue economic opportunities. What was once an industrial hub in the province has repeatedly declined over time under the neglectful and corrupt eye of the current government. Rather, our economic growth has regressed, which in turn has caused our industries to shrink and the unemployment rate to rise to dangerous heights. We have witnessed businesses shutting down here in Gauteng. We have witnessed new investments drying up and millions forced to languish in poverty. This upcoming election offers us a real chance to unseat the current ruling party and to chart a new path of prosperity for our great province. I want the people of Gauteng this morning to understand that every vote we cast affects our prospects for a better future to this province. We therefore call on all the people of Gauteng to give us a mandate to govern and execute our policies on our own. This is not to say that we will not accept the outcomes of the coalition government, as we are part of the multi-party charter. But our main intention is to govern on our own and to lead the province out of depressing trenches it has found itself. As President Mashaba has said, we are unapologetic as ActionSA about the need to ensure that we take ANC out of power before May 2029. As the economic pulse of South Africa and a gateway to a broader African economy, we as Gauteng and we as the people of this vibrant province should act as one to arrest the decline before it swallows us as a whole. Siyacela abantu baseGauteng, masiyeni ukuvota, masiyeni ukuvota. Masiya kuvota, masivoteleni ActionSA. You know, President, over the past couple of months, I've traveled across the province assessing the extent of the damage and sounding an alarm on the failures of the current government. Having seen all the decay, I refuse to sit idly by as circumstances continue to deteriorate. I maintain and strongly believe that Gauteng can be fixed, and we have devised a plan that will be able to do just that. This is the province that I've spent most of my working life in. It's a province that I love, but for too many residents who are living in Gauteng, the quality of our lives have suffered severely. That is why I'm inviting you to consider our strategy for reigniting the economy of Gauteng. I introduce you, colleagues, to our infrastructure roadmap, a carefully thought out strategy to ignite economic growth that will continue to unpack in detail throughout our campaign. This program touches on 4 crucial areas. It touches on economic development, on spatial planning, it touches on transport, roads and logistics, and it touches on human settlement, water and sanitation. To arrest the decline in Gauteng, an ActionSA-led government here in this province will take back control of all the deserted economic infrastructure. Our region, as Gauteng, is riddled with old, dilapidated and hijacked properties. I can commit in front of you, President and ActionSA's, that in my first 100 days in government, I will commission a province-wide audit of all the properties that have been abandoned. This includes factories and dilapidated residential buildings. These properties, ActionSA's, carries enormous economic potential. The Gauteng government that I will lead will work with the private sector to restore these properties. We'll reclaim these properties and offer them to the private sector, who will trigger new investment, mainly in manufacturing and real estate. This will result in large-scale job creation. Batubaruna President, who are 35 years and older, young people that dropped out of school, and many others that have not worked before. Some of you have not worked at all. We are going to reclaim these buildings, turn them into industries, and get to hire all of you into this building. The second priority in my first 100 days is to fix all provincial controlled traffic lights, road markings and signs, ensuring that they work while enhancing the monitoring and evaluation of systems that will check which ones are malfunctioning. We must lead by example and improve service delivery within areas of provincial competence. Transport, roads, logistics are the main issues which will be able to help us to achieve a thriving economy. To achieve this, we believe that long-term economic revival of the provincial economy should be underpinned by an ambitious expansion of our provincial road network. This will be a government-led program with the objective of unlocking key economic levers such as logistics, which is labor-intensive and thus holds the potential of creating many jobs. We believe that with an expansion of the provincial road network, we can also better determine human settlement and how and where we must be able to build houses. This effectively allows us to build new housing projects that are better placed close to transport nodes and close to economic activities. Furthermore, in addition to the priority sectors I've mentioned about, the infrastructure roadmap also places emphasis on the need of upgrading water and sanitation infrastructure in all the municipalities across the province. As we all know, the work of fixing South Africa, the work of fixing Gauteng, started home with local municipalities. After collapsing municipalities like Mfuleni, this unpatriotic current premier went from one municipality to another, installing incompetent puppet mayors. Colleagues, we are going to fix this after this election. We're going to remove all the puppet mayors here in Johannesburg, in Ekurhuleni. We're going to remove them in Mohali seats. That is what we are going to do. President Mashaba, our program of action set us on course towards a path of prosperity. It must be stated that our provincial bureaucracy needs to be the one that is highly skilled, fit for purpose, motivated and fully aware of the monumental task that awaits us. As ActionSA government in Gauteng, we will ensure that infrastructure programs are completed on time, that there is value for money spent, and there's maximum transparency in contracts awarded. It is our objective to strengthen consequence mechanisms so that we can be able to ensure that we hold people accountable.
We will entrench a zero tolerance for corruption. It is important to inculcate and cultivate this culture, which will assist us in installing professionals for public service in Gauteng. Law and order is another key priority of ours in our efforts to reclaim our province. We believe that the current efforts to combat crime in the province have yielded less results as we would have expected. Recently, the South African Police Services quarterly statistics revealed that Gauteng has become the murder capital of South Africa. Here in Gauteng, 1,787 people were murdered in the third quarter of 2023. Under our administration, we shall implement new and realign existing measures to achieve the maximum desired efficiency in combating crime in Gauteng. Chief among these, we will dismantle the crime prevention wardens that Banyana Lesotho has established here in Gauteng. We will place this structure under various municipalities. So each and every municipality will have crime wardens in their regions. They won't be situated at the province. Why are we doing this? It's because policing is not a provincial competence. We need to make sure that the grassroots approach in policing in our province is implemented. This is consistent with our ActionSA law and order policy, which advances for devolution of policing functions to the lowest level. For this to succeed, we will also endeavor to strengthen our relationship with South African Police Services to ensure they are sufficiently capacitated to execute their duties. We must work together, colleagues and people of Gauteng, to realize this deferred dream. Our solution blueprint is reliant on a strong cooperative framework that we have to establish. One that prioritizes the bringing together of various stakeholders. We can only succeed when we work together towards this common vision, where we take ownership of our destiny and safeguard it against all who seek to derail us. We believe that the people of Gauteng should buy into our vision and utilize their power to make it a reality. It is only through that action we can be able to fix our brilliant province, leading it to an upward trajectory. This, however, can only be achieved through our collective efforts and taking to the polls on May 29. The province deserves an ethical and progressive government that is focused on saving the needs of the people rather than their own. We are fed up with leaders who have forgotten that they are there for the people and they are there by the people. President, the only path to greater success is through a progressive ActionSA-led government. We want to run this government on our own. We are asking residents of Gauteng to give us a full mandate so that we can be able to do so. President, I want to make you aware that this campaign that we are running is not a Funzi Ngobeni campaign. It's not a Mashaba campaign. This campaign is for all the people of Merafong that are being swallowed by sinkholes while their municipality and the province are sleeping on duty. This campaign is for all the people of Randfontein, of Tukom's race, who are seeking solutions to the failures of the provincial government to complete housing mega projects in their region. This campaign, President, is for the people of Mohali City, who have been battling the Zamazamas alone without the effective police in the province. This campaign is for the people of Mfuleni, who want to see their municipality no longer being the worst municipality in South Africa. Even after the current provincial government invoked Section 139 of the Constitution, this municipality remains the worst municipality in the rest of South Africa. The people of Mfuleni want to take part in reclaiming their province. President, this campaign is also for the people of the Lesedi municipality, of Ratanda, of Heidelberg. They are tired of the killings and the murdering of women and children in that area. The industries have closed in that area, causing much poverty in the area. This campaign, President, is for the people of Midvar. They feel unsafe in their homes and in their farms. While the Minister of Police is walking around wearing a big hat and not doing anything. President, this campaign is for all the metros that are here in Gauteng, from Mfuleni to Johannesburg to Tshwane. This campaign is for all of us. This campaign, President, is for these volunteers that you are seeing in front of you. It is their country. It is their country, and they hate what has been done to it. They are prepared to sacrifice their time. They are prepared to sacrifice their energy. They are prepared to dig into their own pockets to fund this campaign. They are prepared to go out and put posters and give pamphlets and campaign to win this election. President, this campaign is not only for me and you. This campaign is for public representatives, the councillors in the 3 metros. This campaign is also for the aspirant candidates that have put their hands up to say they want to be part of this campaign. This campaign, President, is for our families. It's for our families who have tolerated our crazy, hectic schedules. As you indicated earlier on, President, I want to thank my wife, Mashaba, who's here. I want to thank my entire family. I want to thank my dad and mom. They are watching, they are in Bloemfontein and watching this event. I want to tell them I love them all. President, this is a campaign for all of us. We can only do well, we can only win this Gauteng and run it on our own if we are united, if we are driving the same agenda. The same agenda I'm talking about. All residents of Gauteng, they must know that to fix Gauteng, we have to take action. Because Viva Herman Mashaba, viva! Viva Herman Mashaba, viva! Viva ActionSA, viva! Pagama Gauteng, pagama! Pagama Gauteng, pagama! I thank you.
Sizo Pumelena.
proud. We are so proud. We are so proud. There is no one better to lead this province. Funzi Ngobeni, thank you so much for accepting the call. Hala, hala, Funzi, hala, hala. I want to quote somebody who's shaking the establishment. She used to like to say, "Yindelendle." You know the one we're talking about. You know, it's going to be so awesome in Gauteng. Gauteng is going to rise. Gauteng is going to do well. Gauteng is going to show people wonders. Gauteng is going to prove to the naysayers that, you know, everything is possible when you believe. Everything is possible when you believe. Madiba used to say, it is impossible until it is done. It is impossible until it is done. We are going to show them that it is indeed possible to save our country and to fix our country. It is indeed possible to fix our country if we have men and women like Funzi Ngobeni. If we have men and women like you and I. If we have men and women like Gauteng Mashaba, Mrs. Mashaba, Mrs. Ngobeni. It is important for us to stick together and show them that we can indeed do it. With that, I would like to ask our national chairperson, Mr. Michael Beaumont. Mr. Michael Beaumont. To come and give us his word of support and a vote of thanks. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, Actioners. It's a terrible job to have to follow that speech made by the next Premier of Gauteng, but I will do what I can. I'm here to say thank you to many people who need to be recognized for their incredible contribution to get us to this moment. Let me start by thanking Funzi himself. It is a difficult job to raise your hand as a leader, because all we can offer Funzi is a lot of hard work in this campaign and even more hard work if he gets elected. But leaders who put their hands up to serve, we must thank them. We thank you, Funzi. We want to thank the members of ActionSA who are here today and the ones who are following these proceedings on social media. Leaders like us can only be effective because we stand with you. Without you, we cannot be leaders. And we thank you for being with us. And we pledge to walk every step of this campaign alongside you, because in leadership and ActionSA, we have a philosophy that we must do what we ask others to do. I would also like to thank Mashaba and the Ngobeni family. You made an enormous sacrifice by lending us Funzi for the remainder of this campaign and for the 5 years in which he will serve the residents of Gauteng. Thank you for your sacrifice. I would also like to thank the people of this province. Political parties too often take credit for themselves, but the credit belongs to the South African people who make us what we are. In 2021, so many of them came out in this province and said they were tired with the political establishment, but only in 3 municipalities where we were contesting. In 2024, there will not be a resident of Gauteng who will not have ActionSA on the ballot paper. And we call upon them to understand that the last few years have shown us that coalitions that are led by yellow will fail. They have seen coalitions led by blue, and the problems have been very clear for us to see as well. It's now time for a government to be led by green. Because what I'd like to remind everyone of is the only time the people of this province saw any positive change was between 2016 and 2019 in the city of Johannesburg. And all of the people who made that happen are sitting up here on the stage now. That is why we say When we can fix Gauteng, you can believe that what we are saying is true. But all is left for me to say thank you very much for being with us today. I know there's many campaign activities lined up over the days, and I believe we're going to campaign right now, because the work to fix Gauteng begins now. And I ask you to join us. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ActionSA's. Halala, Mugele, halala.